So unsurprisingly, deer have been enjoying the orchard. So here we've got my table grapes. Those were a nice snack for somebody. This mulberry, that was a tasty little snack too. So what I've been reading about deer fencing is you either have to do a fence that's 8 feet tall, or you do a fence that is 2 rows about 4 feet apart, because deer don't like to feel trapped. So here's a pan kind of showing you where I'm going to do this fence. And right now the 8-foot fence is a little out of my budget and I'm not quite sure, what exactly I want the boundary to be. So I went up to Rural King in Clarksville and I got a bunch of these rebar posts. They were $1.99 each. And right now I'm setting them and I'm going to run 2 hot wires about 4 feet apart around the whole perimeter. And now I sort of know what I'm doing from the horse fence, but hopefully this is going to keep the deer out. Just about done. So it's a little wider than 4 feet. I think that's what I said in my prior video, but I have a 60-inch mower deck, and so I want this wide enough so that when I mow, I can get in here. So as you can see, I've got 2 hot wires, although when I was at the store, I forgot to get a grounding rod, so I can't quite set it up yet, but I've got 2 wires. I'm going to get the solar panels charging right now. And you can see it goes all the way around the orchard. So hopefully the deer are going to stay out. So the idea is, right, like they could clearly jump over this. It's not terribly tall. It's, I don't know, shoot, maybe 3 feet. But what I've read is that deer, if you have 2 rows of fencing, they avoid it because they don't like to feel trapped. Now, this might be a little too wide, hopefully not, because they could jump it and kind of get in the middle and then jump it again, but I think they need sort of like a little running start. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's really hot today. It's probably like 90 degrees right now. I'm really hot, but this is something that was important to get done to protect my trees, so we'll see what happens. To the deer fence, and hopefully we're in good shape now. So this is a cheaper one than I bought for the horse fence. It's a 2-mile radius. It's facing south, so it gets optimum solar exposure. Here's my grounding rod. Here's the hot part. Like I explained, hopefully the fence is wide enough that a deer couldn't clear on one jump, but also narrow enough that it couldn't, jump over one and then rest and then jump over the other. My lawnmower is pretty wide, so I needed to make sure I could at least get in with the mower, and I'm just gonna have to tweak it as I go. So quite a project, but I'm done, and hopefully this is going to protect all of the trees and plants inside the orchard. So it goes up to this corner up here and it loops, so it's like a big kind of funny shaped U, and I'm hopeful, and we'll see soon enough, but here's the driveway. This is the driveway. So this side is not fenced. And on the other side of the driveway is a cattle fence. And I'm just hoping that the deer are not going to come in on that end, because otherwise I'm gonna have to do a lot more fence work, but we'll see. So if I was gonna put a fence in with T-posts and hire a team to do that, it was probably gonna be around $1,200, and I would have to do 1 line of wire. So between that electric panel was, I think, maybe $110, and then all of those posts of rebar were $1.99, and then I had to get the insulators and the wire. So all in all, this fence probably cost me around $400. And then of course you have to think about the time I spent doing it. But until I have a better idea of what I want the boundary of this orchard to be, and until, I can kind of get ahead financially, which is going to be a while. I'm about to start my construction projects. It's just going to have to do for now. And, it's cheaper and it's temporary, so it made sense.